Howdy everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to the January 4th, 2021 episode of Strawbunny Streams. I'm your host, Strawbunny Slime, aka Mocha, and before we get started, I just want to ask, how is my audio? Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? My voice too close? My voice too far? How's the balance, basically? Because I got new headphones and I haven't really taken the time to balance things out here. Music's a smidge louder than me. Okay, I can adjust that, no problem. Let's see. Turn that down. How we sounding now? Things coming through a little clearer? Oh, you know what? Actually, I might turn that back up, but then turn desktop audio down and see what that does. How's that? Maybe down a little further. Okay, how's that sounding? That one sounding any better? Not sounding any different? My voice coming through all right? Okay, hopefully that will keep sounding fine. It looks like, yeah, okay, maybe it should be okay. So, now that I've made sure to check with the audience to make sure things sound all right. Welcome back to Strawbunny Streams. If this were more popular, or if I was officially declaring it seasons, I might call this the prelude to season 3, just because I've got some new music in. I've got a slight change to the starting soon screen. You might have noticed I actually have a timer on there now for counting down. I'm planning on making some new backgrounds sometime in the near future. I've still got the defaults for now, but anyway, today, now that my break is over, I'm going to be getting right back into Morrowind. I considered playing a one-off of something else, but in the end, I decided Morrowind seemed like the most fun thing to jump back into. Want to make up for lost time a little bit. So, you all know the drill. I've abridged the abridged version of the intro a little bit. Ahem. Anu and Padme, order and chaos. From their warring, or their loving, came the gods. First Akatosh, the god of time, and later Lorkhan, whose nature was chaos. For Lorkhan's vision of a world where all could be as Anu and Padme, many gods sacrificed themselves or fled, and this made space and every mortal in it. Men saw the gods' sacrifices as a blessing, for they could admire the world from the eyes of mortals. Elves saw those sacrifices as a curse, binding their immortal souls to weakened forms and fleeting lives. Thus they fought, and the god of the elves, Oriel, struck down the god of men, Lorkhan, tearing him apart to make the moons, and fastening his heart to an arrow, loosing it into the sea. But Lorkhan was of Padme, and Padme's chaos has ever brought change. And they say that even now, in times of chaos, those who know to listen may hear the heartbeat of Doomdrum Lorkhan, heralding great change to come. In year 427 of the Third Era, the Emperor of Tamriel sends unto the insular people of Morrowind a candidate for their ancient hero's reincarnation, us. As the Nerevarine, it is our mission to unite the disparate Ashlander tribes of Morrowind and its 3 high houses under a single banner, to stop the coming of Dagoth-Ur and to rid the land of the blight and the soul sickness. The Moon and Star Ring is retrieved, Azura's blessing is acquired, and the 3 high houses of Morrowind stand united by us, their chosen Hortator. Ere we can bring war to Dagoth-Ur, however, we must now earn the favor of the Ashlander tribes, and perhaps convince the Tribunal Temple, or its authorities, to ally their power to ours. Indeed, the Tribunal themselves, having siphoned their godly power from the heart of Lorkhan at the center of Red Mountain, may now be the only ones able to explain how to keep Dagoth-Ur from doing the same. How was that for an intro? Everything come through clearly? I'm kind of taking it on faith that my microphone isn't too loud, too quiet, etc.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
Alright, so I named this save Back to the Zainab, so I presume... Oh, this is funky. I presume we're headed back to the Zainab. Where is their encampment again? Ah, all the way up north. Voss, Telmora. How do I get to them again? How do I get to Telmora? It's been a while. Traveling near Telmora, Ashlander camp, clearly not. Zainab, no, Zainab Nerevrine. I know I went to Telmora for Sadrith Mora, right? Where is Sadrith, like, what is Sadrith Mora? I can't remember. It's been 2 weeks. I forgot everything. Someone help. How do I play Morrowind? I have actually forgotten how to get to Sadrith Mora. This is inconvenient. Oh. Hospitality papers, Sadrith Mora. I mean, that's on the right track. The giant bug thing, the Silt Strider, will not take me to Sadrith Mora, no. It'll take me around there, but not to there. Voss. How do I get to Voss? I guess let's start with how do I get to Voss. It's a little rude, yeah, can't lie. Let's see. I'm in Seydanine. This is obviously the wrong place. I think I was trying to travel by boat, but I don't remember where from. Would it have been from Ebonheart? Hold on. If I go to Vivek, that'll take me to Ebonheart.
We make a special trip just for you.
Oh, no, it
Same
won't.
low price.
I've been lied to. I'm lying to my audience. Surprise. Season 3 is where I turn evil. My acrobatics skill increased to 70. Very nice. One step closer to being able to jump perfectly. Or something. Yes, turn evil. I've been a good person this whole time. I'll have you know I didn't get any coal in my stocking. I've been good. I did, however, get a lot of chocolate, which I may or may not be partaking of. Is of the right word for that? I may or may not eat some chocolate over the course of the stream. We'll see. I'm sure that'll only do good things to my throat. While I'm already incinerating it by spending however long talking after prolonged restraint therefrom, dip it in orange mayo. I will not. I won't do anything of the sort. Terry's chocolate orange mayo is a terrible, terrible idea, and I honestly don't believe it exists, but I don't really care enough one way or the other to say whether or not it's real. People can Photoshop labels pretty easily. Wouldn't be that hard for someone to make up the worst mayonnaise imaginable.
No, I don't think so.
No, you're right, it wouldn't. I don't think so either. You're right. Random NPC, whose name I don't even know. It's kind of funny. When I started the Morrowind, well, Elder Scrolls in general series, I considered the possibility that I might do it as... it's a kind of a weird place for a plant. I considered doing it as organically. Organically? Is that the right word? That doesn't feel like the right word. I considered actually role-playing my character to the best of my ability, and I obviously did not go through with that at all. Just completely didn't. I kind of prefer it this way, but loving this series as much as I do, Morrowind currently notwithstanding, I do feel a little guilty about not really getting into character. I might try that a little more for Oblivion or Skyrim, but I have no idea how I'm going to do chat integration for that. Probably just give up on it.
Stay out of trouble and you won't get hurt.
Just want to double check and make sure the audio levels are still fine. Game music isn't too loud or anything. Okay, where do you sail to? Tell Sadrith Mora, there we go. I knew there was a boat. Wait. Nope, this isn't quite right. This isn't quite right. This isn't north enough. Do we have a boat to Voss? We don't. Tel Mora. Is Tel Mora closer? Sadrith obviously isn't right. Tel Fear. Tel Mora, yeah, okay, that's where we need.
Whatever you're looking for, I'm sure I don't know how to find it.
And now from here, we head to the mainland. Mainland. You get what I'm trying to say. Mainland is what I'm trying to say, and I'm just not doing a good job of it at all. We head to the mainland, and then we head south and fish. I feel like I should be swapping out for my fish slaughtering hammer. Man, I made a good call calling it the fish slaughtering hammer there, huh? Would have been infinitely funnier, granted, if I had called it that and then done a power attack and completely missed my target. That would have been funnier, but I get to feel cool for a minute. Yay! Exactly. Soup spoon, butter knife, salad fork, fish slaughtering hammer. It's the same category. Why do we have specific spoons for soup? What's the purpose of that? I can make an argument for either spoon being good for soup, and I say either as if there's only two. I don't know if there's more. I don't. There might be. Oh, these new headphones are really nice, by the way. I got a pair of new headphones just yesterday. Very, very good for noise canceling and also really good audio quality. I was worried USB headphones might not be up to snuff because the last time I had a pair of USB headphones, they had kind of an annoying... There was an annoying noise in the background of some sort. I think it might have been a hiss, and I'm still hearing that with these ones, but now I'm a little more willing to accept the possibility. God, that scamp did not stand a chance at all. Anyway, I'm willing to accept the possibility that the hiss might just be because of audio compression or something, because I don't pick it up when there's more audio going on than just like one vaguely compressed song. Okay, so chat's talking about spoons, actually, right now. Chunky soup is too chunky for slim spoons. Gotta get all your clams and potatoes in a good spoonful. You know what? That's true. Big spoon for big soup. Rounder bottom turns the spoon into a miniature bowl. Go from drinking out of the bowl to drinking out of the mini bowl. I don't know about that one. I think I'm willing to accept that it's just a matter of getting enough chunks. When I word it like that, soup sounds like the worst thing, conceptually. You need the right spoon to get chunks. Anyway, someone here wanted exquisite shoes, right? Let's see. Exquisite shoes, yes. This is the Zainab camp. Yes, and the Zainab. What? All Daedroth. I know I did that. White Guar. I have no idea where to begin looking for that. Ahamusa. Almora, Ashlander camp. Spoke with a wise woman. Zainab, wise woman, says that the Ashkan secretly admires expensive Outlander clothing. Yes, okay. So let's go speak with the Zainab Ashkan. Ashkan. So, you are Mocha Olay, the Outlander who claims to fulfill the Nereverian prophecies. You are welcome to our hospitality, Outlander, but you must tell us, how can an Outlander be the Nereverian? Before I answer that, I have a pair of very nice shoes for you. Thank you. These remarkable shoes are very fancy. Too fancy for a simple Ashlander like myself, but I thank you very much for the gift. It was very thoughtful. We're in. All right, let's talk about the Nereverian, huh? Tell my story, show my proofs, ask to be named Nereverian. Oh, excuse me. Do not think me rude, but seriously, do you believe this story yourself? I mean no offense, but you must admit, you are an Outlander and completely ignorant of our ways. How could you ever be our war leader? What sensible Ashkan would ever choose you to lead the tribes? Set before me a task that I may prove my worth. Very well. A vampire named Calvario has taken refuge in nearby Nerano ancestral tomb. If you are as worthy as you say you are, it should be a small matter for you to dispose of this vampire. There, you have your task. Now, perhaps you would leave me in peace for a bit? Nerano ancestral tomb is to the north, but you are a stranger and may get lost. Listen, go west from our camp. Don't gotta be rude about our questions. I know, right? Sudden yawn, sorry. Go west from our camp until you reach the mountains, then turn north and follow the mountains, keeping them on your left. When you pass the ruins of Nehuleft, keep your eyes to the east, looking for an entrance flanked by 2 trees on the western slope of a hill in the center of the Grazelands. That will be Nerano ancestral tomb. West to the mountains, north, follow the mountains, past the ruins of Nehuleft, keep your eyes to the east. 2 trees on the western slope of a hill. Okay.
I'm very happy to make your acquaintance.
And the same to you, sir. So, just because I have no memory of these things, go west from our camp. Okay. My memory is so bad when it comes to directions. I'm glad that the journal lets you look at directions again. Like, if I click on Nerano Ancestral Tomb, it says, to the north, but you are a stranger, etc., etc. It's exactly the same thing he said. I appreciate that it does that. But this is why I think at least this is part of why I think I generally prefer Oblivion and Skyrim, because they dispense with giving you directions the hard way like this, and they just give you a marker to follow, which I know is not exactly thrilling. Like, okay, a little talk about open world games. Morrowind, I think, failed on the open world level because it gives you directions to follow, but at the same time doesn't give you any sort of waypoint to keep track of. Oblivion and Skyrim fail as open world games because they give you the waypoint and that's basically it. They don't give you any sort of environments to look for, nothing like that. So you're kind of just following the arrow regardless of your surroundings. I think Breath of the Wild is kind of the gold standard for open world games these days because they give you directions and they give you clues on what to be looking for, but they also give you a world that's open enough that it's easy for you to just get lost in it, I guess, without that feeling like a punishment for not following the directions or the arrow, you know? Like in Morrowind, if I'm getting lost because I didn't follow the directions and I'm not really enjoying it, in Oblivion or Skyrim, if I get lost, it's because I didn't follow the arrow and I'm not finding anything. In Breath of the Wild, if I get lost, it just means I've found an opportunity to explore a new dungeon, something like that. Wow, I'm having a lot of luck with the hammer today, huh? And I missed with the sword. That's the funny thing. Alright, so they said when you hit the mountains, turn north, follow them, keep them on your left. When you pass the ruins of Nehuleft, keep your eyes to the east. Okay, so there's the mountains. I'm headed north. We just need to pass by Nehuleft. I am so encumbered right now. Not over, but so. Oh, there's a shulk. Sorry, little guy. I really feel bad for the shulks. I like them. Little beetles. They're cute. I like big beetles, too. They're also cute. Never came across a Nehuleft on this path. I think this is the path. I think. What is up with the hammer? I am hitting everything with this. Normally I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with this thing. Oh, there we go. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. It's back. It's probably because I had my fatigue bar filled above 0 for the first time in ages. Of course, there's another one. Why not, right? I'm not going north anymore either. I just realized I'm headed west, which is not what they said. It's not where I was told to go. Please hit. Please hit. Thank you. Toronto Ancestral Tomb to the north. Go west from our camp until you reach the mountains, then turn north and follow the mountains, keeping them on your left. When you pass the ruins of Nehuleft, keep your eyes to the east. Well, obviously I can't keep my eyes to the east right now, so I'm gonna assume I got turned around. I guess if all else fails, I could just use levitation, right? Technically, I'm still keeping the mountains on my left that way. Now, this is no surprise. This... no. Oh, my blunt weapon skill went up. Hey, you guys think it's cool my blunt weapon skill went up? Stop hitting me. Stop hitting me and tell me if you think I'm cool. Stop hitting me for a second. Tell me if I'm cool. Are we cool? Guys, are we cool? I think I try too hard with jokes like those. Just a smidge. That's not right. I wanted the chest. There we go. All of 50 gold to their name. Was that worth it? 50 septims? You fought and died for that. You could have just let me have what was in the chest. I wouldn't have left you guys alone. Honestly. So did I go the wrong way? Can't imagine I would have. I haven't come across Nehuleft yet. But don't think it can hurt me to double back and make sure, right? And then Dagoth walks in out of nowhere and just one-shots me. Okay, that's clearly not it. That's a mine. This doesn't seem like it because now we're a little too far south. Oh. You know what? This many enemies, I'm switching to the sword. You. Come here. Thank you. Now, for your sake, don't do that again. These ones have a lot of gold. At least, relatively speaking. Oh, that's why. They don't have a chest, so they had to compensate. You guys gotta come down. Flying in formation. Look at the blue angels up here. You guys believe this? I don't believe it. Close and walk away. Come on down, you two. Enough of this. Enough of this, I say. You're boring me to death, Black Doom. No, I just can't hit them with the sword. Cool. Come on. There we go. There we go. And there's a third one. Was that good? I feel like that was passable as far as impressions go. Do I have anything at all to repair my hat with? I don't. My hat's broke. All right. Just had to make sure. I suppose if I really wanted, I could just levitate up to them and deal with them that way. At least I've still got my cool jeans. They really do look like jeans from the back, right? Like, it's not just me. Those look like black denim with gold filigreed on the sides. Is it filigreed the right word? I don't feel like it is. You know, in some respects, I do kind of wish I had done a Sonic series playthrough instead, because I'm much more familiar with the Sonic series. Oh, hello, thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the stream. Currently, if you're at all curious, we're looking for Nerano Ancestral Tomb. We were told it was somewhere to the west of the Zainab encampment over here, so I've headed west and I'm following the mountains, and they said it's somewhere past what I presume is a Dwemer ruin. I didn't see any Dwemer ruin, like any signs of a Dwemer ruin at all. And I've kind of just got a cliff racer tailing me now, which is not as big a deal as I used to think it was, but it is annoying because they just kind of come down on their own time. This will just come down when they feel like it. Yep. Classic Morrowind experience. I will defer to your judgment on that. This is actually my first time playing Morrowind, so to speak, by which I don't mean this is my first episode by any means, but it is my first Morrowind playthrough. So I'm deferring to the judgment of everyone that says, yeah, that sounds like Morrowind, all right. If you're at all curious, because I have been asked this question before by a few other folks that are more familiar with Morrowind than I am, I'm playing just the default. I know there's another way to play Morrowind. It's like OpenMW or something. I'm not playing that. I'm just playing from Good Old Games download. Well, I do love Oblivion and I do love Skyrim. So far, this game being as different as it is, I mean, let me be clear. I love the environment. I'm not saying anything bad about the environment in Morrowind at all. I'm absolutely loving this, like, volcanic ashland, the swamps surrounding it. It's all very, very cool. But I will say there are things that I think Oblivion and Skyrim do much better. The thing that immediately springs to mind, for instance, is directions via markers instead of being told, like, landmarks to look for. I like that conceptually. I do. I think Breath of the Wild does a very good job with it, but Morrowind maybe not so much because the directions are just vague enough to make me confused, like right now. What I'm looking for is an indication that I should be looking to the east, and I haven't really found that yet. They made mention of ruins. They made mention of keeping the mountains on my left. So I've got the mountains on my left, and it looks like, yeah, this is not where I'm trying to go. So my next thought is maybe if I just start levitating around, I'll find where I'm supposed to be going here. Because I do have a levitation dagger. That's been very handy. Funny story, actually, on the subject of Morrowind and childhood. I think I had a copy of Morrowind for the Xbox, but I never really played it as much as I did Oblivion. A little bit humiliating to say, but I actually made it as far as out of the boat and then completely lost track of where I was going and did not even get out of Satanin before just giving up. You can tell I'm very, very good at video games. Alright, let's see. Steel Blade of Heaven. See if this helps. I do wish levitation was a little bit faster. I know you can make it faster by increasing the enchantment level. Right, now we've got the rat after us. Shouldn't be an issue because it's just a rat. They don't do much. Now we might have the Kagudi after us. Yep, here it comes. Heavy armor up to 70. That's very nice. I didn't know I was that far along on heavy armor. So now we're definitely not where we need to be, but maybe we can use this as a vantage point. At the very least, we're higher up than we were, and that's nice. That's where we just were. Obviously not the right place. I think we're on Red Mountain now, aren't we? Where did they say it was? Western slope of the hill in the center of the Grazelands. Well, I think we're pretty far removed from the Grazelands at this point. Oh. Okay. Well, now we know exactly where we are, and it's definitely not the right place. There's the Cavern of the Incarnate. But on that note, let's see if I can't get back to the right place. The quick and easy way. Which I'm surprised didn't do any falling damage to me at all. That probably would have killed me in Oblivion. Grab your attention. You can just come down when you're ready, bud. I'm in kind of a catch-22 regarding the accuracy thing, like the fact that I can swing at an enemy and miss, because on the one hand, I am constantly bothered by that. On the other hand, I did want as authentic a Morrowind experience as I could get, so I kept that on when a mod or two that I had installed gave me the option to turn it off. Just make it so I hit things instead of having a chance to. Oh, these are the teeth. That's right. So I'm definitely not in the right place. Great. Derelith Ancestral Tomb. Oh, you're coming down. Thank you. Oh, there's two of them. Of course there's two of them. Surprised there's not more, if anything. Like those two over there. Alright, well, backup plan, because I need to be in a place where I can actually oversee the Grazelands. Back to levitating. Western slope, they said, flanked by 2 trees. Was it no, not a western. Wait. What were the words? Western slope of a hill. Okay, I was right. Yeah, the Kagudi aggro's onto me. And I hit it with my hammer. Exactly as planned. Oh. Oh. There's 2 trees. There's 2 trees and some kind of ancestral tomb-looking door. And this is a hill. And this is the western slope of it. Nerano Ancestral Tomb. There we go. There we go. Now let's see about this vampire problem, huh? Well, that's not a vampire. That's a greater bone walker. Common soul gem. I'll take that. Dander's here. Met with a terrible fate. Dander's? I think he met with a terrible fate when he got named. Hello, encumbrance, please. Why is my encumbrance damaged right now? What is up? Is it because of the Bone Walker? Oh. Yeah, that was kind of a funny sight. Would that I had the time and energy to do real-time editing of this stuff. I'd just, like, open the door, cue spooky, scary skeletons, or, I guess, Megalovania, and then close the door again. Da-da-da-da. Oh. We've been seen. The joke isn't funny anymore. Oh, they're actually doing good damage, too. I need to switch to something that can kill them quickly. Can you get within hitting range of me, please? Please? Please, I'm over encumbered. I can't hit you while you... Why do you have a range advantage on me? We're both wielding melee weapons. Sir. Hold on. Don't I have a spear? I do. This should even the odds, assuming I can hit you with it. Hypothetically. No. Nope. No, it didn't. Didn't even the odds at all. Okay, so the Bone Walker obviously is doing damage to my ability to carry things. So let's see, what spells do I have stocked up for this specific occasion. I know I have 2 rings of Fireball. Do I have anything that does fire weakness? Fire damage on touch? No. Let's just go with the Ring of Fireball, yeah? See what that does for us. Oh, he's coming out swinging. Okay, that doesn't do... He's not doing any... Okay. Yeah, this guy just... doesn't care at all. If I lure him to the entrance like this... Well, clearly I'm not quite there. Can't rest here, enemies nearby. And I'm over encumbered. Okay. I need a way to work around being over encumbered. Obviously, he's screwing up my strength. That's the issue here. If I have something that can undo damaged strength, but I don't think I do. So, my workaround is to lure him over to the door. I say him. I don't know. I don't know if Bone Walkers have gender. I think they just have malice. Wreck you. Grab what is now a lesser soul gem. I guess the game must have realized I had a plan. Wait until healed. I'm still over encumbered. Okay. My strength is down to 88. Good lord. What happens if I just rest for 24 hours? My rest gets interrupted by Kaguti. I'm still over encumbered. Then another one. Okay. Chill. And I'm still over encumbered. Really? Wow, that damage just stays, huh? Alright. I don't want to do this, but there's only so much I can do to resolve this issue. I guess let's head back to the west, see if we can pick anything up at Tel Mora. There's got to be a potion to undo damage strength, and probably undo damage for every other stat we've got, because I didn't know damage doesn't go away. Normally it just leaves on its own, but it seems like it's been sticking around with us this whole time. Which I guess explains why those numbers are red in the first place, but I don't know. Just weird. Oh, is that a... Are you kidding me? Did I find the white guar? They gave me like the most useless information on how to find the friggin' thing, and I just stumbled across it by accident. Check out my journal real quick. While traveling near Tel Mora, I came upon an Ashlander camp. Here I spoke with a wise woman, Urshamusa Rapley, who spoke of dreams and visions. The wise woman has had dreams and visions of a white guar. She feels if someone can find this guar, it will help her tribe prosper. The tribe has been ravaged by the blight, and he has no hunters to spare. She would like me to find the white guar for the tribe. I have agreed to try and find the white guar. The woman tells me that the guar in her visions is near a forking trail where the rocks grow from the earth like fingers on a hand, which doesn't help at all. And then I just stumble across the friggin' thing by accident. Hello? Hello, sir? I mean, I guess that is literally like fingers on a hand, huh? I found the white guar. Once I got in range, it immediately began to move west. Let's follow you for a bit, huh? You know what would be mean of me is if I just killed it. I'm not going to. The urge is there, just like every other game I play where I have an instinctive, primal urge to just kill. I'm not going to listen to it. Not yet. What's up, bud? Oh. Oh. Amulet of Cure Blight Disease on Self. Ooh. Yeah, definitely show that to them. Cluster of rocks and trees. I found the corpse of a woman who looks like she was once a healer. That's a weird advertisement. Also, welcome to the chat. Okay, so that was Wise Woman, Tel Mora, Ashlander Camp. Well, I suppose that could be the Ahamusa or the Zainab, huh? Needed some levity. Yeah, understandable. Obviously, I can't ask you which part of Nier Automata you got to, because that's one of those games that I would strongly recommend everyone check out on their own time, but I'm willing to take a shot in the dark. I mean, in private, obviously. I'm not just going to blurt it out in public, because I think I know what part you're at, and if I were to just say, oh, yeah, you know, the part where this, that, the other thing, that'd be kind of... Especially since you're on Route C. Anyway, I'm supposed to be heading west instead of just spinning in circles and jumping. I forgot for a moment that I'm actually supposed to be playing a video game instead of just pretending to play one while I talk with my chat. Although on the subject of talking, I may need some water imminently. Who?
Say what you want.
This?
Go away.
Stranger. Yes, you. Please, can you help me? I've been attacked by a couple of bastard Ashlanders who robbed me and left me for dead. Ashlanders? I'd know them anywhere. They looked kind of like normal dark elves, but wild. They wore animal skins and had tattoos and odd hair. They should be easy to spot, friend. It's no surprise they robbed me. Yes, they nearly killed me and they took my entire shipment of guar hides. It's easy to tell they're mine. They have my damn mark on them. Look, if you can help me get these hides back and kill the fetchers who stole them, I promise you an excellent reward. Although I have nothing left since I was attacked, my friend Berwin in Tel Mora will be most generous, I promise you. What do you say? Yeah, sure, I'll see if I can find them. Excellent. Go get them. I promise when you get those hides back to me, Berwin will be very generous. She has a stake in this trade after all, and we can't let an unwarranted attack on a guar hide trader ruin business. I don't know why I can ask him about skooma. Best to check with local Ashlanders first. Well, obviously that'd be the Ahamusa or that'd be the Zainab. But, right now, best to check neither because I need to find a potion that'll undo strength damage. Well, that's just 3 enemies. There we go. Problem solved. This rat is going nuts just a little bit. Like, that was immediately turns and bites me twice. Didn't do any damage, but I appreciate the effort. Well, that seems odd. What is this about? Hello, salutations.
What do you want?
Oh, these are the guys with the hides. Okay. All right. Well, obviously I couldn't have told that by the hair because they're both wearing helmets. Do you guys have a counter for Daedric Katana by any chance? Do you guys have, like, a way to deal with that? It doesn't seem like you do. Hold on. Okay, weight of 10. That should be fine. That should be alright. You have more hides? You don't have more hides, so it's the one guy. Okay. So now I guess I just head back to the person that gave me the quest in the first place so I can get this extra 10 points of weight off me. That was almost sad. Just one little sword swing that I blinked for, so I only saw like the tail end of the swing, and then my enemy just falls over. Doesn't even get a chance to hit me, just dies. Okay, there's the person I need. Hello. Got your hides. Ah, thank you for getting them back. It's good to hear you were able to make those fetchers pay as well. Make sure to see Berwin and tell Mora for your reward. I'll send word along the trade routes to make sure she keeps an eye out for Mocha Olay.
What?
So now I guess we just go talk to Berwin in Tel Mora. On our own time, of course, because priority 1 should be finding a potion to make the Greater Bone Walker a non-issue. I'm kind of surprised. I wouldn't have thought I'd have to strategize getting through a dungeon like this. The closest I've ever come to strategizing like this before in Morrowind is just budgeting my carrying capacity. So in a way, I would call this impressive. A little frustrating, but impressive. I don't suppose either of you are a vendor. You just seem angry. And now you're following me too. Okay, neither of you are vendors. That's a slaughterfish. Now it's a dead slaughterfish. There's another one over there, but it seems preoccupied with things. For whatever reason. I can't, for the life of me, begin to guess what it would be preoccupied with that isn't just me. Seems like every single enemy in this game, priority one is, are they trying to kill me? Like how these mud crabs are on, like, the other side of the world, and I'm still hearing the aggro music. And here we are in Telmora. Let's see if there's any vendors nearby. Telmora, lower tower. Let's check. Sure, let's check in here. Nothing. Barter, sure. What do you got? I need, hold on. What do I need? Obviously, I need strength, intelligence, willpower, and speed. I should also check out. That is an old mod. I think I remember that. I think I do. That one's ancient. Restore agility, restore... Oh. Yeah, here's what I need. Restore strength, restore willpower, I believe, is one that I need. What can I do to offset the cost? What do you take? You take rubies? You do take rubies. How about diamonds? Now we're cooking. Have some emeralds, too, while I'm at it. And how about 8 racer plumes? And 3 Daedra hearts. You've got a lot of money. Wow. This is where I should have been selling all my reagents. Alright, I'll just take 968 gold and some valuable potions from you. Let's see, I need, first, willpower. I was correct on that. I don't need restore agility. I bought that one without needing it, but restore willpower, let's go. That's more like it.
Were you in a fight? Looks
Intelligence.
Like get some healing.
Intelligence, speed, and I have strength. Intelligence and speed. Speed. I am speed. Here's speed. And intelligence. Speed. What is this link you've sent? Hold on.
Now you fucked up!
I see. Alright. Exclusive restore intelligence. Exclusive restore Lightning McQueen. And I still have a restore strength potion waiting in the wings just in case. Where I need to go is pretty much due west of here. Just get the steel blade real quick. There we go. And up we get. Da, 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 da. Nailed it. The Warhammer ready, just in case. I completely forgot to talk with the shopkeeper that owes us, apparently. Do I go back? Berwyn, Telmora? Yeah, let's go back. Why not? I recognize that. Why do I recognize that? Cole, what are you referencing that I recognize? Don't do it. I'm scared of that. Don't let me recognize anything. I don't know why I'm acting so aggressive about it. Is it Shrek? All right. Thank you very much for, first of all, beginning by saying you hope I'm enjoying my first playthrough. I am, more or less. There's some issues I could definitely refer to with it, but overall I'm having a good time. As for how far in we are, I've restored balance to the 3 great houses and been named their Hortator, and I'm currently working towards being declared the Nereverian of the Ashlander tribes. Though right now I'm a little bit distracted by a side quest. I just took care of recovering some guar hides for a guy. And I'm looking for their vendor friend, who apparently will reward me. I haven't finished any faction quest lines, no. I've been mostly concentrating... here's Berwyn. Mostly I've been concentrating on the main quest line, which I know kind of is not the point of an Elder Scrolls game, but without me knowing whether they're particularly good, like the faction quest lines here are particularly good, or not. See, Oblivion and Skyrim, Oblivion especially, kind of spoiled me rotten on faction quest lines. I still hold the Ultimate Heist as like... yeah. See, I know that that's the wrong way to play an Elder Scrolls game, right? In the same sense that it was the wrong way for me to play Fallout 3 way back when. I felt Fallout 3 severely underperformed, and I feel like, in hindsight, that's maybe because I didn't do a whole lot of side quests. I tend to get more mileage out of Elder Scrolls games when I do side quests in addition to the main quest line. But, having been spoiled rotten by Oblivion's faction quest lines, in particular the Ultimate Heist, which I consider one of my favorite Elder Scrolls quests of all time, I don't know that there's anything in this game that could come close to satisfying the way that one did, so in lieu of spending too much time focusing on that, world building and immersion are good. I like that. I've actually been reading a lot more of the books here than I do in any other Elder Scrolls game, because somewhere between my last Skyrim playthrough and this one, I started reading the deeper side of the lore, and now I'm really into the wild nonsense that the sermons of Vivek get up to. Trying to scour them for any sign of meaning. My old friend Gareth. I heard you helped him out of some serious trouble not long ago. Some business with a couple of no-good Ashlanders, right? They'll never learn. Anyway, you have my thanks. I had quite an investment in those guar hides. Would have taken quite a beating had Gareth not been able to sell them. Here, take these as a token of our appreciation. 3 standard fortify health and a ring of Hornhand. Curious. Odd name. What does that do? Hornhand. Damage fatigue. Not bad. Might be better for someone that's using just their fists. Introducing me to new areas of the world would certainly help a lot more than me blundering from place to place, wildly going, is this the right landmark? Is this the right landmark?
You talk too much.
I do not talk too much. I talk just enough. Heck, sometimes I don't think I talk enough in the first place. You know, I probably could have bought a swift swim potion, and that would have made this part easier. Or at least more bearable. Not easier. It's not like it's a difficult thing. Just swim from one bank to the next. But it is slow. Slower than I like moving at the very least. Also, my health's not doing too great. I should rest up when I can. For build... Every time I've played an Elder Scrolls game for the first time, I've gone with a melee heavy armor build, so that's basically what I'm going with here. I think I picked, Crusader. And during the very early game, I made the mistake of going, oh, hey, Orc has an improvement to their axe skill. I should go with an axe. I just let that number speak for itself. I ended up going a little too hard on long blade, so that's capped now. And I'm working on blunt just because it's another thing I ought to level up. Oh, my medium armor skill is not doing great. What happened there? Specific stats can't be damaged yet, right? The preset classes, I'll take your word for it. I've managed to spin this into something workable. I'm not really the type to focus on a build in an Elder Scrolls game. I usually just go with whatever works, which sometimes means I start out as a warrior and then I end up doing very little aside from throwing spells at things. It really just boils down to whatever I'm feeling in the moment. Probably not a good way to go in this game, which is why I'm mostly just sticking to melee weapons. But I will say, I do kind of wish I had more skill with magic. Yeah, optimization isn't a big deal in Elder Scrolls games. You'll eventually be good at everything anyway. Done pretty well. I think a big part of early game convenience for me was having Berserk handy. That's been really, really good for me. Traps, huh? I actually was not aware there were leveling traps to be concerned about here, which I suppose is just really, really lucky for me, huh? Oh, acrobatics and athletics, I see. That's awful. Why would you have a... That's just like basic mobility. Why would you make that a specialization? Like, obviously that's not the only thing that's in them. I get what you're saying there, but... That's so bad. You can level up acrobatics and athletics just fine without needing to specialize in them. Case in point. My athletics is at 46, not spectacular, but I mean, just walk around, right? And my acrobatics, I've been jumping just about everywhere, so that's up to 71. Not exactly the best way to play the game. I know that that's running the risk of me encountering some higher level enemies than I'm really prepared for as far as my weapons and armor are concerned. But, I mean, as far as armor goes, I'm up to Ebony, and I think that's pretty good. I had some Daedric pieces, but spears as their only weapon type for a fighter. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. I think I found a decent spear. They're hard to come by, though. I get what you're saying. Small wonder they got rid of spears in later Elder Scrolls games. Alright, so let's get rid of this guy. Over encumbered, not a concern. I don't think it is. Restore strength. Pop that. Go. Take that. Check Dander's here. Most unfortunately named character in history. I'm gonna play it safe with these, because they hit harder than I want them to. And I'd rather not waste my time just trying to hit them with blunt when I know that I've got a perfectly good sword. Dude I fought to the death have a spear on... You know, he might have had a decent spear on me, yeah. On me? No, on him. Sorry, I'm mixing up my personal pronouns. Oh. The heck is that? Sorry. First order of business. Oh, there's a key. Thank you. Don't worry, Ursine. Your sacrifice will not be in vain. Oh, a key to a chest. Don't worry, Morris. Your sacrifice will not be in vain. In your absence, I will loot all the cool stuff from this tomb. You're welcome. Oh. That's what the key is for. Nuzlocke, your first Pokemon game. I haven't done a Nuzlocke run even for the Pokemon games I am familiar with. Maybe someday. Probably not. I can't stand the thought of actually having to get rid of any of my Pokemon. Ahem. Note from Bacharach. Morris, you boys better clear out. Our position was given away and we were raided by that bastard Gorus. He sent a small band of the dead to draw us and wiped out all but Leuven. He was able to make it back here to Nellis to warn us. We're clearing out and heading for a new location. I suggest you and your boys get out of there as soon as possible. We have a snitch in our organization. You let me find out who it is and I'll feed their flesh to the crabs. It seems as though he knows all of our raiding routes. It's just a matter of time before Gorus sends them damned and dead your way. I'll never turn those goods up to that necro. What's fair is fair and he had to pay up. Thank you for the follow. You know where I'm coming from. I'm sending Ursine to deliver this message to you. She'll deliver a key so you can gain entry into the rendezvous point. See you soon and good luck, brother. Baccarat. Okay. I can't imagine... Oh, there's a trap on the door. I'll just eat it. That's fine. How long does this last? Oh, it's only 4 points. What is with the creepy... Is that whispering or squeaking? Behind that door. That was something I didn't pick up on. I should have probed this door. This poison is taking forever. I really should have probed this door. Oops. Well, I'm gonna die. I could have taken a health potion, but it's not worth it. For one thing that I could easily rectify next time, not worth it. Alright, so let's get rid of you. The longer he's alive... You know, I probably should have equipped my katana. The longer he's alive, the more he can damage my stats, but that's fine. Grab that. Drink this. Add the gold off of you. Steel war axe, don't need that. Ultimate challenge run idea. Using the monk hand-to-hand as your primary weapon. You know what? Might not be the worst thing in the world. Probably not fun, not at first anyway, but I can think of worse challenge runs. At least conceptually. I know obviously the big issue with hand-to-hand only is that you don't actually do... What is it? You don't do any damage to a person's actual health until you've gotten rid of all her fatigue, right? I think that's what was explained to me by a friend. Common amulet. Okay, so now that key wasn't even worth it because the loot changed. This book is still worth it, though. That's impressive. That's very impressive. Alright, let's get rid of the trap on this door. That's not where I'm going to do that. Challenge RP playthroughs. Hey, you know what? As long as you got the mileage you wanted out of the game, that's what matters most. So let's just go with this one. I have a lot of probes. I can spend all day on this door, you fools. Let's go with an apprentice probe. Don't want to use up my really, really good ones just yet. There we go. Let's see what's behind door number 1. Oh, it's a ghost. Okay. What the heck are you? What? Oh, wait, that's right, vampire. Oh, great, he's hand-to-hand. Hold on. Do I have? I do. Standard restore fatigue. Don't mind if I do. Problem solved. Ancestor ghost problem also solved. I may as well take that ectoplasm, even though it's not going to be as valuable as the ash, right? Vampire dust. Yeah, 500. There we go. Not ash. Dust. Oh, God, what I was trying to say. Nothing useful in the urns. I would have been surprised if there was, but I suppose it's worth checking. Oh, there's a trapped chest here. Flour, scamp skin, wick wheat. Let's not touch the creepy chattering grave, huh? Let's just leave that one. But let's deal with the trapped chest. Hey, not bad. 2 tries. Bone mold arrow and an iron war axe, really? I mean, I guess what I came here for was the vampire and the dust, by extension. That's 500 gold. 500 septims if you want to be fancy about it. In any case, that should be the end of that. So now, back to Ashkan Kaushad. Kaushad? However you pronounce it. In the Zainab camp. Got it. South we go. South by southeast. Oh, you know, take a moment. Rest until healed. It's free. Why not? That boosted my blunt weapon skill. I almost feel bad for that rat. That's what they died for. Ooh. Hold on. That's a Dwemer ruin. Alright, Heather. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy your errands to the best of your ability. I know errands aren't exactly the most exciting thing. But I hope you enjoy them just the same. Man, when I first started this game, I was scared of everything. Now I see these guys running around. It's like, yeah, whatever. If they want to approach, that's their problem. I had no idea what could kill me and what could not. Early game was rough, come to think of it, but I've done a pretty good job, I think. Oh, it's just a Nyx hound. So, what do we got in here? Oh, there's a centurion. I say centurion as if that's not just the default, like, name for every Dwemer robot, but you know what I mean, the big walkers. If it weren't for the fact that that raw ebony is 10 weight, that'd be good loot. 10's more than I'm willing to invest in just 200 gold, though. I can get more money than that off of just a couple of gemstones if I can find the right ones. Oh, wait. Dispose of corpse. Let's see if I can deal with you. Go. That's a very unceremonious falling animation. Raw glass, that's more like it. See, 2 for 200, that's fine. 10 for 200, not so much. $50. Don't even try it. Hold on. Oh. Well, there's only a few pages in this. I may as well, since it seems to pertain to the dungeon we're in. Chronicles of Nehuleft. This is a chronicle of events of historical significance to the Dwemer freehold colony of Nehuleft. The text was probably recorded by an Altmer, for it is written in Aldmeris. 23. The death of Lord Ihlandam. It happened in Second Planting, PD 1220, that Lord Ihlandam, on a journey in the western uplands, came to Nehuleft, and Protector Anchard and General Rakungthunk met him there. They sound... Actually, reading that name out loud, they sound a little bit like they named themselves after the sounds of machinery. And Dalin Zanshu, point disproven, also came to the meeting. They talked together long by themselves, but this only was known of their business, that they were to be friends of each other. They parted, and each went home to his own colony. Bluthonk and her sons came to hear of this meeting, and saw in this secret meeting a treasonable plot against the councils, and they often talked of this among themselves. When spring came, the councils proclaimed as usual a council meet in the halls of Bam's Amshend. The people accordingly assembled, handfasted? With ale and song, drinking bravely, and much and many things were talked over at the drink table, and among other things were comparisons between different Dwemer, and at last among the councillors themselves. One said that Lord Ihlandam excelled his fellow councillors by far and in every way. At this, Councillor Bluthonk was very angry, and said that she was in no way less than Lord Ihlandam, and that she was eager to prove it. Instantly both parties were so inflamed that they challenged each other to battle, and ran to their arms. But some citizens who were less drunk and more understanding came between them, and quieted them, and each went back to his colony, but nobody expected that they would ever meet in peace again together. But then in the fall, Lord Ihlandam received a message from Councillor Bluthonk inviting him to a parley at Hendor Stardums, and all Ihlandam's kin and citizens strongly urged him not to come, fearing treachery, but Lord Ihlandam would not listen to counsel, not even to carrying with him his honor guard. And sadly, it came to pass that while traveling to Hendor Stardums in Chinzinch Pass, a host of foul creatures set upon Lord Ihlandam and killed him and all of his party. And many citizens said thereafter that Bluthonk and her sons had conjured these beasts and set them upon Lord Ihlandam, but nothing was proven. Lord Ihlandam lies buried at a place called Leftunk. Alright, not exactly the most exciting story, but, you know, it's a little bit of lore, why not? And it does, like I said, directly pertain to the location we're in, so I figured if there was anything secretive worth reading about, it would be in there. Certainly can't hurt to check just in case, right? Hit him again. Hit him again, please. Thank you. Hit him again. There we go. Just such an unceremonious death animation. Just like, I'd almost call it sad. Steel Dwemer chest, lock level 2. I can open that. Before I do, I want to have a look in here, see if there's anything. I mean, fire salts, not bad. Probably sell them to that person in Telmora. Oh, and an emerald. Yeah, all right. A lot of fire salts. Dwemer Scarab schematics. Interesting. I'll take the coins. I'll ignore the tube and the armor because... Oh, more coins. Just scattered on a table. Wow. And then as for this, let's see here. I have a lot of keys I don't need anymore. I don't know where to put them. Dwemer cylinder. Yeah, that was worth it. I guess that's why it was only a lock level of 2, huh? So is that just it? That the whole dungeon? Not much to it. That book. All right, sleep well, Colt. Thank you for tuning in. Let's actually go grab that book again. As weird as that may sound. Really? We had a respawn already? Really? See if I can grab that book. Because I feel like the lacking amount of loot to obtain from within here is meant to hide something about the book. Like maybe the location the book mentioned at the end there where this important lord was buried, I'll find some sort of greater treasure if I just know where I'm looking for. That is, of course, assuming I can find the book again. Which shouldn't be hard, but with my sense of direction, it might as well be impossible. Was it up here? Yeah, okay. Take that, hold on to it for later. Just in case we happen to find any other Dwemer ruins, I want to cross-reference the names of those with the name mentioned in the book. I'm probably overthinking matters, but I suppose it can't hurt, right? I know there's an unmarked quest in Oblivion that rewards a really fancy ring. Of course, at the time, the only reason I knew that was because I had a guidebook that told me exactly how to do it, which sort of defeats the purpose of it being an unmarked quest. You poor thing. I hate having to attack the Shulks, I really do. I'm playing on the original engine. I am playing slightly modded. Nothing more than, like, what I read was absolutely necessary to minimize glitches, basically. But it is the original engine, yes. I'm not using OpenMW. Yeah, code patch. I think there were a couple of other mods I installed, but I can't remember what they are off the top of my head. But I know that the code patch was one of them. I might be using graphics extender? I honestly don't remember. I could check the data files if you want, but that might have to wait until after I'm done with the game for this stream. Right. I might have stuff set low, yeah.
Welcome, Outlander.
Welcome, Outlander. I dealt with that, vampire you wanted dealt with. Dead. Well then, perhaps I was mistaken. Perhaps you should be the Nerevarine. So you really killed the vampire Calvario? Well, I will be happy to acknowledge you as Zainab Nerevarine, but it is customary for one seeking an honor from the Ashkan to offer the Ashkan a generous gift as a mark of respect. Because you are an Outlander and do not know our customs, I will do you the great favor of naming the gift I wish to receive. A highborn Telvanni bride. A pretty one, plump, with big hips to bring me many sons. Okay, alright, I don't like this guy anymore. Where will you find a highborn Telvanni bride? That is simple. You should visit highborn Telvanni lords and inform them that Ashkan Kaushad of the lordly Zainab would do them the honor of making their daughter his bride. Surely many Telvanni lords would be honored to receive such an offer. Consider carefully the many daughters offered and choose for me the finest. Take counsel with my wise woman, Sonumu Zabamat. She knows my mind well in such matters. Just reinstalled Morrowind Friday for the first time in a few years. Got Open Morrowind running. Spent the weekend installing 400 mods for a total overhaul. Oh, you know, I know someone that spent, what was it, the better part of a week? My mom spent, what? A year between 6 different Bethesda games, overhauling them just to her liking. Right, I need to speak with the wise woman. It's more time than I'd be willing to invest in it, but my hat is definitely off to anyone that does. Yeah, she's got some very exacting specifications for how the games need to look, how they play, etc., etc. Okay, let's talk about Kashad real quick. No, we can't yet. Council. Kashad wants a Telvanni bride, eh? No highborn Telvanni would wed an Outlander, or an Ashlander, but I have a plan. Go to my friend Seville... Oh man, I really wish that the text was just a little bigger. Imain. Seville Imain, slave mistress of the festival slave market in Teleroon, and tell her you need a pretty Dunmer slave to pose as a Telvanni lady. Then Seville Imain will tell you what clothes to buy and will dress her like a highborn Telvanni. Then escort the pretty slave to Zainab camp and present her to Ashkan Kaushad as a highborn Telvanni bride. He won't know the difference. I don't like the sound of this, but if it's what I have to do... Northwest side of Teleroon. Alright.
There's someone watching me.
No, the H is not before the R. My bad. Oh well. Teleroon. Where is Teleroon? Ah. Alright. I could just take the long way. No, you know what? I need to go to Telmora to sell stuff first. I just remembered I have a lot of high-value reagents that I would like to offload before I go anywhere. I also would like safe storage. I don't know that there is any I can lay claim to. I know that once you get a decent position of authority in one of the 3 great houses, they offer you a house. And that might be good for that, but... Those of you with more experience in this game than me, is there any easier way to find safe storage? Just, like, put some of this stuff that I've amassed, because I have nowhere else to put it, and I don't want to sell half these fancy gifts I got from ghosts. I obviously, like, I'm not going to pretend like they're the best things in the world, objectively speaking, but they hold sentimental value to me. I don't like dishonoring the dead, even in video games, in that particular regard. I say, having, you know, just within the last 20 minutes, raided an ancestral tomb. But I don't like dishonoring the dead. 71 from a rat, really. I mean, I appreciate the rat. Just for getting me to 71, but... kind of wacky. I need a drink. Hold on. Yeah, what little I'd bothered to read about safe storage before just giving up on it was that it's a little finicky in this game, at least. Tough to tell, because really the only way to know for sure is to just put something in a chest and check to see if it refills and gets rid of the item, right? If I had to guess. Seems like that's the only surefire way to know it in... Well, until folks started compiling lists of what qualified as safe storage in Oblivion and Skyrim, probably the only way to know for sure what was safe and what wasn't was to just pick something and hope for the best. Or get a house. Switching targets there worked wonders for me. But do tell Erosion about safe spots and how to determine which ones are actually safe. The patience for these guys. Right, spear, chitin club. And I'm gonna assume... Oh, that's true. Construction kit. That'd be the obvious way to determine what's safe and what isn't. Music was a little bit indecisive on whether or not I was in combat or not there, huh? Was there a slaughterfish in the water? Oh, okay. All right. No worries. The Covenant. Clearly not. No non-organic containers in vanilla Morrowind that respawn contents. Okay, so that means... What? As long as it's not a body, it's safe?
Whatever you're looking for, I'm sure I don't know how to find it.
Find one without an owner in a convenient spot. Is this guy friendly? You guys are just, like, staring at each other. I guess he must be friendly. Probably a summon. I mean, obviously a summon. That's the only way I could possibly imagine finding a friendly bone walker. Is that what they're called? Berwyn will probably take the coins off my hands.
Sorry, stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
Sure, yeah, no problem. I have some Dwemer coins that you might be interested in. And that's about all I can sell to you. Can I buy anything from you? Probably nothing good, but may as well check, right? Iron Flame Blade, no. Spear of Light. Cool name, but no. Steel Shard Axe, no. Fortify hand-to-hand for 30 seconds, no. Let's just sell the coins and... Open the console and type TFL to check ownership of a container. Okay. And as long as the container does not have an owner, it's safe storage. Smith here. There's an apothecary here. Let's see what we can sell to the apothecary. Doesn't seem like much. 400 gold isn't a lot to work with. Start with those. And those. Raw glass. Shulk resin. That should be good. You know what? You know what? I have some glass armor pieces that I bought specifically so that I could sell them to someone. Toggle full help. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll look into that. Knowing full well that there's basically no characters in the entire game that will buy glass anything for me at full value, I just want to get rid of some of it. Carrying it around for a while now. Maybe... I mean, I know there's the Mud Crab Merchant, and that's got like 10,000 gold on it, right? I don't know where it is. I just know that there is one. If you're thinking I ought to... One other. Is it the Scamp? I know there's that one Scamp merchant. I, again, don't know where. In any case, it's nice that they give full value to the items you sell them, but I don't think either of them have 28,000 gold to put toward a glass cuirass, so I'm kind of just looking to offload that, because that's taking up 18 weight at this point. Although, just 750 gold from this person, maybe I should hold on to it for now. You know what? I don't need the glass cuirass that badly, and I don't need the gold that badly. Let's just sell that for as much as I can get out of this person. And then repair, and that'll probably give them more money to work with. But all I really need repaired is the Colovian fur helm for now. Oh my god, what was the price on that katana? My katana's doing fine. I do not need to spend 1,000 gold just to get that thing back to where, like, back to full right now. Because I'm sure I'm going to get some questions about the hat, I got it on, like, part 2 of this whole playthrough, and some friends of mine in chat insisted that I keep it on my character. So, even though it's light armor, it's too goofy not to wear. So, the patches probably do fix that. That does seem like...
Find a healer and stop calling.
That seems kind of absurd to me, that would be overlooked even by unofficial patches. I need to be heading to Telerune right now. Where is someone that can escort me to Telerune? Is it you?
Spit it out or hit the road.
Telerune, thank you very much. So here, Seville Imain, Festival Slave Market, northwest side of the village. Okay. Village. Yeah, okay, here's the village. There's also an underground, which I guess maybe also is part of the village. Anyway, I'm looking for the northwest side of it. That's the apothecary, clearly not correct. Maybe I should check the underground instead of just brushing it off. Oh, no, here we go. Here's what I'm looking for. Looking to speak with Seville Imain. Welcome, Mocha Olay, to the Festival Slave Market, the finest slaves in Vardenfell. I'm Seville Imain, and I know we have the slave for you. You don't. Trust me, you don't. I don't want one. Are you looking for standard household slaves, or are you looking for something special? Okay. Can I just say this makes me uncomfortable? Like, immensely uncomfortable. I have a guidebook off to the left. I want to check and make absolutely sure this isn't something I can do without this. A lot of heavy topics in this game, yes indeed, and I don't feel like they're handling this responsibly at all. Zainab Bride. Crypt. Well, I mean to say, there's opposition of it, but the fact that I can't really bypass this part at all. Alternate routes for this, so. Ahem. You need a slave to pose as a highborn Telvanni lady. Sweet Alma, that Sonamu Zabamar and her cunning plans. Or Zabamat, sorry. I do have the slave you want, Falura Lervu, a pretty Dunmer girl, but first you must get an exquisite shirt, an exquisite skirt, and exquisite shoes to dress her in. Go get these exquisite clothes and bring them to me, and then we will discuss a price for her. Where can you get those? Tell Mora, Elegnon the clothier. She has some very nice things. See these clothes I'm wearing? Exquisite shirt, skirt, shoes. I bought them at her shop. Maybe you should try her. When you have the exquisite clothes, we can talk about the something special you're looking for. Right, yeah.
Speak quickly.
Let's just recap real quick. Nope, I can't recap. This is why I need to pay a little more attention to these things. I've already lost track of where she told me to go. Was it Tel Mora or was it Tel Arun? There was a clothier in a Tel somewhere. Guess I may as well check around here first. And if I can't find a clothier... There's a smith. That's not right. That's presumably not right. Is there an apothecary around here? Looking up if there were any alternate routes in this quest, and there's not, did unfortunately lead to slight spoilers as to one other material I'm looking for, so let me just see if I can find it. There's one. So I can just get that here. Take my leave. And I guess if it's not in Tel Arun, I'm looking for someone in Tel Mora. Yeah, this is... It's very bad. Like, if I can just be blunt, there's no better word for it. If there was an alternate route for me to complete it, because my character... I can't imagine any of my characters being complicit in this. So the fact that I have to do this, that I have to buy a slave to offer as a bride to an Ashkan, it just is not in character for anyone that I'd play as. Or at least not anyone I'd want to play as. Let's try Tel Mora.
Spit it out or hit the road.
See if we can find a clothier here. Can't if I can't even climb the stairs. Presumably it's not just going to be at the local trader's shop. Apothecary? No? Okay. I'm sorry, that cliff racer came absolutely out of nowhere. That was hilarious. Zooms directly up to my face like that. The combat music doesn't even start until I see the dang thing.
No, I don't think so.
I much prefer your headcanon, by the way.
I'm sure this is important, but I really must go.
Whatever you're looking for, I'm sure I don't know how to find it.
That's probably a clothier's shop, right? Yep. So this is probably the one. I need exquisite shirt, skirt, and shoes. Let's see. Exquisite... That's expensive. Exquisite robe, exquisite ring. Yeah, there we go. Exquisite shirt. Exquisite skirt. Exquisite shoes. I've never had a cliff racer that just zoomed up to me like that. Alright, we good? Collision detection. I love it.
No, I don't think so.
Too much trouble. Must be going now.
I don't have a lot of patience for questions, Outlander.
To Tel Arun. And then back over this way. Probably through the underground would be the quickest way there. Seems like it's just a straight shot through here to the interior of the island. Well, straighter than it could be, I guess. Teleroon. Alright. Something special. Ah, good. These clothes are perfect. Hold on to them. You'll give them to her when you've bought her, but I need a little more time to coach her to play the part of a highborn Telvanni lady. I know just the thing we need. Go get a bottle of Telvanni bug musk perfume. Try Bildrin Arleth, the apothecary here in Teleroon. A quest out there in-game to kill all the Telvanni masters, which could be pretty fun for an abolitionist playthrough. Heck yeah! Heck yeah! If I pick that up, I'm doing it immediately. Bildrin Arleth, the apothecary. I'm one step ahead of you. You have the Telvanni bug musk? Excellent. No, don't give it to me. You'll give it to her when you have bought her. Now, let me tell you my price. For this superb specimen, skillfully coached to play her part in your little scheme, I am pleased to accept from you the modest sum of 1,200 drakes, and I only offer you this special price out of my friendship for Sonomu Zabamat. Yep. Very good. Thank you for your custom and come back soon. Now, here's the key to her cage. Oh, it's toward the end of the Mages Guild questline. Okay. I've removed her slave bracers. When you're ready, you should speak to Falura Lervu, give her the presents, the exquisite clothes, and Telvanni bug musk, and explain to her that she is to follow you back to Zainab camp to meet her future husband, Ashkan Kaushad. Falura Lervu.
Make it quick, Orc.
Yes, Sarah? Yes, Sarah. Falera Lervu of Velothus Haven, daughter of Andrano Lervu, Lord of Tel Lervu. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See? Saville Emain has taught me well. I shall be a highborn Telvanni lady, and no one will know the difference. Just like a lady. I admit, I am a little anxious about marrying an Ashlander, even an Ashlander chief, but anything is better than being a slave, and I am very tough and smart and determined to make the best of my chances. But Saville Emain said you wanted to give me something. Some presents. Oh, Sarah, these clothes. They're divine. Such a perfume. Only the very rich can afford this. I shall do everything I can to please you and my new, lord and husband-to-be. Come, I am so excited. I cannot wait. Let us travel together to Zainab camp and meet this Zainab lord. Please accompany me. Uncomfortable indeed. So I guess the quickest way there would not be a straight shot northwest like I was about to say. It would be taking a boat like a normal person up to the north and then traveling southwest from there. Come on. There we go.
Hey, wait for me.
Quicker I get this done, and the less I say about it, the better. To Telmora.
Make it quick, Orc.
It's quite a close-up. And I guess from here
Whatever you're looking for,
into the water.
I don't know how to find
I'm gonna be annoyed if she drowns. I mean, I guess I could have just taken the boat to Voss instead. Oh well. Now from here, straight southwest to the Zainab camp. I really do wish there was an alternate way to do this quest. I know I just said the less I say about it, the better, but it doesn't sit well with me at all. It doesn't.
Hey, wait for me.
Color me shocked that that wasn't a one-hit kill. It's a Daedra katana. I feel like it should be one-hit killing everything. Definitely not.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Alright. Yes, yes, Sirrah. Yes, we're here safely. And this fine man, he is to be my bridegroom? He is very distinguished looking, isn't he? A bit severe, perhaps, but the lines on his face there show that he likes to smile. Oh, Sirrah, I think I will be very happy.
I don't
Good.
Whatever you're looking for, I'm
It is
sure
such an
I don't
honor
know
to
how to
meet
find
you.
it.
Greetings, Outlander. Have you returned with my Telvanni bride? This is my new bride. I am very pleased with your gift, Mocha Ole. Though she is not so generous in the hips as I would like. I promise to make her a happy bride and to do her honor as a highborn Telvanni lady. And as I have said, I will now name you Zainab Nerevarine, war leader of the Zainab and protector of the people. I must also give you the Zainab Thong, an enchanted heirloom of the tribe, which shall be assigned to all Dunmer that the Zainab have named you Nerevarine. Yep. Cool, thanks. So... now what? That's the Zainab done. And then she drop-kicked and divorced him. I prefer that ending. I much prefer that ending. I've got the Ahamusa. I've got the Zainab. I've definitely proven myself to the Ursulaku. Which just leaves... where? It's the Bonebiter Bull. That... bull? Hello? Bonebiter Bow. Criminally. So that just leaves... the Ahamusa. Check to make sure. Talk to the wise woman, do the deeds of a hero, save the Ahamusa. Talk to their wise woman, Sanamu Murpal. Tell her I'll find a... wait, I just said Mad Stone of the Ahamusa, didn't I? Yep, okay. So it's not the Ahamusa. I'm bad at things, folks. Arabanimson, that's the ones. The Arabanimson of Molag Mar. Where would I find them? Benimson. Benimson. There. Okay. Southwest of Telfir. So... I guess if I really wanted, I could take the long way around and see if there are any interesting sites on the way, but I think I'd much prefer just to head to Telmora, to Telarun, and then from there to Telfir, and then the Arabanimson. Okay. Wasn't there someone here that wanted me to... wanted to talk to me about the white guar?
Under sun
It's
and
not you.
sky, Outlander, we greet you warmly.
I don't remember who it was. So I guess... no, not you. Alright. Where was the white guar last mentioned? Might be with the Ahamusa. In which case, I guess I may as well take a detour that way. Traveling near Telmora. Which would put me in the vicinity of the Ahamusa camp, yes. Alright. So yeah, slight detour. Ahamusa first. Let's clear up the whole white guar thing. If I can find the person that gave it to me. You will forgive me, I hope, for not having a whole lot of dialogue while we're exploring. There's not really a lot for me to say about the environment. When I first started these, I was eager to share weird little bits of deep Elder Scrolls lore, but I get the feeling I'm in company that's already at least a little familiar with some of the weirder sides of the story. If not, ask me about weird stuff that you'd like to know answers about, and I'll see what I can do to answer. For reference, when I say the weirder side of the lore, I'm talking like the shallower end of the topic is the fact that the stars are actually holes, leading directly to basically the dimension where Magicka comes from. Yeah, exactly. The moons are dying corpses of gods. Specifically, I believe they are two halves of the corpse of Lorcan. Who's being attacked and by what? Oh. Really? All right. Considering the nearby commotion, I was expecting a much bigger problem than just a wayward rat. If only the game would drop cliff racers on me more often. By which I don't just mean, like, in general, because I've seen more than my fair share, but I'm talking about, like, specifically the one that I encountered that flew in from what seemed like halfway across the game world at speed. That was funny. That's been the highlight of this whole episode. Where is the person I'm looking for?
Outlander.
I don't think it's that far back. White Guar, Wise Woman, Urshamusa Rapley.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I mean, it does say Wise Woman. Maybe it's literally the Wise Woman here.
Wealth beyond measure.
Favorite
Outlander.
locations?
You may speak.
Oh, wait, here we are. Okay, favorite locations in the game so far. That's a tricky question to answer. I'm kind of a sucker for Red Mountain. Dwemer Ruins have been neat. I haven't explored a whole lot of the game's stranger, more memorable locations, so there's only so much I can say on that note. But actually, as far as general regions go, I do like the Grazelands, because with everything this side of the mountains, it's been, you know, swamps, marshes, etc. And then you get to Red Mountain itself, and it's bleak, volcanic wasteland. And then over here you have a very fertile, rainy environment, and that's a nice change of pace by contrast.
Here not long ago.
Tell me what you have found, you who have seen in my visions. Have you found the White Guar? I have. I have seen your journey in a vision. I know what the White Guar led you to, and I know who she was. In my vision, I saw you were led to the corpse of Ashamanu. She was a healer many, many years ago. She gave her own life to save the lives of others. It is said that she will give her life again and again so that others may live through her sacrifice. You have witnessed a miracle, my child. You now hold the amulet of Ashamanu. Thank you. This amulet will be the salvation of my people. Take this in return, a shield of legend among my people, the shield of the undaunted. Use it and you will feel the strength return to weary limbs. Travel well. How much is that shield going to run me as far as carry weight? Oh, it's light. That's fine. Underscar is pretty cool. I'll give credit there. I am not without complaint regarding it because it was kind of a hassle to navigate, and just barring that, the fact that everything was on the higher level of it meant that the lower level stuff, like the bottom of the carapace itself, was very uninteresting by compare, just because there was nothing to see there, and it felt like it would be, if I fell down, it would be a little harder than I wanted to get back up. But conceptually, it was very neat. That's one thing I will say this game does well. That's one thing I can't complain about, is that all the concepts for the world are, even if they're not as well executed as I'd like them to be, they're at least very neat to think about. Using a giant crab shell as a council house, that sort of thing. Like, one thing I said 3 or 4 episodes of this playthrough ago, I can definitely see why there's folks that say this is the best Elder Scrolls game out of the 3, like, really big ones. Whether or not I agree with that is up for debate. I don't personally think I do. I think Oblivion is my all-time favorite out of the 3 that I've played, but Morrowind definitely has the best world building and the best world to build. And the best skybox. This is... Seriously, every time I look up at night and there's a shot of the moons, it's so good. I'm a sucker for a good skybox. What can I say? So here I am in Telmora, and I was going to hire a boat. That's right. Shivering Isles is so good. Oh my god. If you don't like Oblivion, Shivering Isles... I mean, obviously, I'm not saying this to you specifically, Erosion. I'm saying this just in general. Folks that don't like Oblivion, I can only hope will be very turned by Shivering Isles. As far as my, like, incentive for calling Oblivion my favorite, I think it has the most interesting quest environments out of the lot. Maybe that's just because I haven't done a lot of questing here in Morrowind, but... I don't know. Ayleid Ruins, that sort of thing. Portals to Oblivion. Obviously, I'll talk about that more when we get there, but, you know. What I'm saying is I really, really like Oblivion. Very, very creative quest design, that sort of thing. Telfir, wait, could I have just gone to Telfir? There was a boat option to Telfir, right? No, there was not. Or if there was, it wasn't from here. Let's just go from here, right? Yeah, Joey, Skyrim does take itself a little bit too seriously sometimes. I agree with you there. It's kind of procedural generation. You know, I can understand that. The portals sometimes pop up in inconvenient or otherwise just strange locations. What the heck was that? That's just... Yeah, okay. That looked bigger. Without any frame of reference for environment, that Netch looked bigger. Anyway, as for Skyrim taking itself a little too seriously, they were very samey, yeah. Me, I never got sick of them just because they felt dangerous even when I was at higher levels. Actually, no, that's not true. I think for me, Oblivion Portal interiors were dangerous at first and then made me feel like a really, really cool person going in and invading so effortlessly, you know? Like, that was nice. Although I could never do what the Argonians did. But again, that's lore we'll be getting into when we get to those games themselves. Skyrim taking itself too seriously, I totally agree with, by the way. It's not a whole lot of color in the environment, for one thing. Very, very brown and gray and white all over. The story itself felt a little bit too grounded. It didn't feel... One thing I always go back to as a point of reference is the difference between the questline for Nocturnal there and the questline for Nocturnal in Oblivion. In Oblivion, I mean, you remember Arkved's Tower. The fact that I'm able to name the place at all is a really good indication of how strongly that one resonated with me. The whole weird... Let me talk a little bit about what Erosion is saying here. Let's see. Oblivion, still fun for a while, epic at first. Interior of the portals was super samey. They were fun the first time through, did them all the time. On subsequent playthroughs, haven't really touched them, more main story stuff. Skyrim makes you the epic chosen one right away, hero who's the only one who could save the world, which is fine but very different from older Elder Scrolls. That's true. I have mixed feelings about Skyrim's chosen one routine. Obviously, it's nothing unfamiliar. It's not unfamiliar territory. Morrowind's got us being the Nerevarine right now. But I think they jumped the gun a little bit too quick. I can understand why they do that, because a big focus of Skyrim is obviously dragon shouts, and they don't want to have that locked to the latter half of the game. I can understand that, but it does feel like it's kind of sudden. In Morrowind, you could just be some guy. See, I'm a little bit weird. I'm a little bit weird about that in most games I play, I'm not a big fan of being just some guy. If I may indulge in a train of thought for a second, World of Warcraft versus Final Fantasy XIV. I'm not going to get into any spoilers either way, but in World of Warcraft, you never really feel like the important character. The limitations of the technology they're using, I think, is an influence in that, because when there's cutscenes that actually have important story stuff in World of Warcraft, they can't feature you by default, because all their cutscenes are done in a slightly modified version of the pre-existing engine so that characters can actually move their mouths properly, have more in-depth animation than what they show in the games, and the end consequence of that is that they can't really afford to give your character any real significance in... Oh, am I stuck? Hold on. This is why we carry the Steel Blade of Heaven. I mean, whether or not you have superpowers is in Morrowind, is up for debate, because one thing that's coming to mind as a counterpoint for that is everyone says you can't wear Nerevar's ring unless you are Nerevar, or at least unless you are Nerevarine. It's enchanted in such a way that anyone who does not qualify as Nerevarine would die trying to wear it, is what I think was indicated by previous dialogue. But I do get where you're coming from on the... Yeah. I get where you're coming from on the just some guy angle, but the point I was getting at by talking about World of Warcraft versus Final Fantasy XIV, indulging that topic for a second, is that I've never really been a big fan of being just some guy. World of Warcraft has a bad habit of making you only ever feel like you're just some person that happened to be in the right place just long enough to see the important people do all the work. And I'm not a big fan of that. I like being the one that the story is more tailored to. But, on the other hand, I suppose it's kind of apples and oranges comparing Oblivion, Skyrim, Morrowind to World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV in the first place, yeah? By the way, in all my blathering, I made it to the Arabaminson. Is that right? Arabaminson. Arabanimson. Okay, I knew I had it wrong.
There's someone watching me.
So that's exciting. Now, as for why I'm here, or what I'm doing here, I believe I was told not to bother with... Okay, that's way further back in my journal than I meant to be. Let's see. Where was it? No, that's not far back enough. Okay, my bad. Arabanimson, there we go. Their wise woman is cautious and reasonable. Seek her counsel. Don't waste your speech on the war cons. So we're looking for Manorai. Love themselves and their weapons above all else. Their Ashkan is cruel and ambitious. And they just have shulks hanging out here, huh?
What is this about?
There's someone watching me. I can tell.
Wise woman's yard. Okay. I think I spelled that right. Greetings. I am Manorai, wise woman of the Arabanimson. You are the outlander who claims to fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies. Do you need my services, or do you seek my counsel? I warn you first, be wary of Ashkan Ulath Pal and his supporters. They all hate outlanders and love nothing more than to kill them and loot them. They do not respect custom or hospitality, and they think nothing of killing unarmed men, women, or children. They are bad men and bad leaders, and you should fear them. As for the nature of you being Nerevarine, if you wish to be named Arabanimson Nerevarine, you will not while Ashkan Ulath Pal and his war-loving Arabanimson live. They all hate outlanders and are proud and haughty, and will never suffer an outlander to rule them. If you would be our Nerevarine, you must kill Ulath Pal and his supporters, the Gulakans Ahaz, Ranabi, and Ashu Ahe. Then you must help me make peace-loving Arabanimson Gulakan Han Amu our Ashkan instead. Ashkan Han Amu could then name you Nerevarine Arabanimson. But before anything else can be done, you must first eliminate Ulathpal and his supporters. Then you should come speak with me, and we will discuss further how you might be named Arabanimson Nerevarine. Kill guys, huh? Easy. I've done plenty of that. Ulathpal, Ahaz, Ranabi, and Ashu Ahe. Ulathpal is always in his yurt, protected by his bodyguard, Gulakan Ahaz. I am just a weak woman, and I am sure you would know best, but I would kill Ahaz first, weaker of the two, and if I had secret magics and powers, I would use them to preserve me while I defend against two enemies at once. Duly noted, I don't. Ahaz is Ulathpal's faithful bodyguard, not so strong or skilled as Ashu Ahe, but wherever you see Ulathpal, you will also see Ahaz. If you fight one, you must fight the other. Tell me about Ranabi. Mean and solitary, cunning, but he relies too much on the powers of his ancestors' enchantments. He is not so strong, but beware, he bears a poisoned blade. And Ashu Ahe? A great fighter, the most strong and experienced of the Arabanimson. He wears enchanted armor and boasts that none of the Arabanimson can defeat him, not even Ulathpal. Thank you kindly. I'll have their heads delivered on silver platters imminently. First, get my good sword. That one's fine. Han Amu, I believe, was a good one. Ranabi, Ashu Ahe, Ashkan. Ahaz, Ranabi, Ashu Ahe, and Ulathpal. Okay. Well, let's start with these two.
Probably nothing.
You are the Outlander who claims to fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies. What do you want? You claim to be the Nerevarine. Very well. This problem has an easy solution.
Die, Fetcher. Your wounds are great.
You're right. It does have an easy solution. Fortify willpower 20 to 30 points for 15 seconds on self. Not bad. I'll just take that. Or Axe of Iran Amu. Fortify strength 15 to 30 seconds for 15 points on self. Not too shabby. I might keep that if I decide to go into axe training. And if not, I guess I can sell it. So that takes care of two of them. Who's the strongest one again? Ashu Ahe? Knock, knock. Oh, fancy shield. You have slain one of my people. You must pay with your life.
I have you.
I like this. This is fun. This is satisfying to me. Mountain Spirit. Chest piece with a constant shield effect. Medium armor. I mean, if I used medium armor prevalently, a 10-point shield seems like it would be pretty good. There's probably just get better heavy armor, or better medium armor, not heavy. You get what I'm trying to say. There's probably better medium armor out there that's just higher armor rating in general, but having a constant shield effect seems neat, if nothing else. Still, I don't use medium armor in the first place, so I'll just leave you there for someone else to come and get your armor from you at their leisure. Last but not least, You have slain one of my people. You must pay with your life. Okay.
Die, Fudger.
You probably don't want to be just backed up against a corner, though, if I'm to be completely honest, sir. Fortify agility. Medium armor is garbage in the base game because there's just nothing on par with glass and ebony. The fact that you mentioned those two in particular has me curious about the state of Daedric in this game, because I had a couple of pieces of Daedric and I just didn't want to keep wearing them because they were too weighty. They were too heavy. Weakness to poison, 1 to 30% for 10 seconds on target. Poison 3 to 8. Weakness to poison. Weakness to fire. That's kind of cool. Fortify intelligence. Daedric is the best, but massive. That sounds about right, yeah. Couple of chitin spears. It's a nice yurt. Anyway, that takes care of problem A. Let's see about problem B.
Where's that slave? Here not long ago.
Adamantium. Yeah, you know, I actually bought a few pieces of adamantium early game, not realizing that my medium armor skill was significantly worse than my heavy armor skill. I got rid of most of my heavy armor to wear the adamantium instead. Almost shot myself in the foot that way. Get into enchanting stuff. The capacity the gear has for enchanting makes the weight whatever. You'll just be a god with max enchants endgame anyway. Yeah, you know, I've kind of considered enchanting. I don't have a reason to really invest in it just yet, but if something gets too much in my way, or if I end up loving this game enough by the end of it, I probably will start looking into enchanting. Now, with Ashkan Ulathpal and his supporters dead, we may consider the Nereverian prophecies and how you might be named Erebinimson Nereverin. It is a simple enough matter to be named Nereverin of the Erebinimson now. All you need to do is persuade Gulakan Han Amu to become the Ashkan of the Erebinimson. Seek him out in his Gulakurt. Gulakurt? Am I reading that right? My brain is frying. I feel like I can't possibly be reading that right. Gulakyurt. Be prepared, however. Han Amu is not the material one would choose when looking to make an Ashkan. He may be difficult to persuade. He is the son of our former chief, Iran Amu, but he is nothing like his father. His birth gives him a strong claim to lead the tribe, but of the many virtues required by an Ashkan, he lacks only 3 things: strength, courage, and wisdom.
There's someone watching me.
I'm going to take the high road and not comment on the fact that strength, courage, and wisdom are basically just the Triforce. Han Amu, correct?
Go ahead.
No matter what Manurai says, I'm not interested. I don't want to be Ashkan. I don't care what she says. I don't want to be Ashkan. Everyone despises me. I wouldn't be at all surprised if it was an intentional Easter egg. I'm a weakling and a coward and a fool. I hate it, but it's true. I just want to be left alone. I recognize that amulet. Ahaz wore it. Sonnet Kill's Heart of Fire. Ahaz had it from his father, and Ahaz's father had it from Kimirun, or Kinitu Nila, and Kinitu Nila had it from... I did find a fat loot, I think, in part 1 of my playthrough, actually. I didn't pick it up, though. I think I was a little too close to over-encumbered to pick it up. Kinitu Nila had that amulet from Sonnet Kill, a great witch warrior, but what has that to do with my wanting to be Ashkan? Yeah, I'll give it to him. Thank you. Your lesson is clear. It is the amulet that gives courage in battle, and it is the idea of the amulet that gives confidence to the tribe. But it is the Ashkan who wears the amulet, the Ashkan who accepts responsibility for the safety of the tribe, who holds the fate of the tribe in his hands. This is a sobering lesson, and I must give it thought. Probably just got to give him 24 hours or something, right? Go outside the camp and wait a day.
I can tell.
Strength, willpower, and intelligence. If he bore tokens recognized by all the tribe as conferring strength, willpower, and intelligence, it would give him the confidence to accept the responsibilities. Okay. Well, I don't know specifically which tokens offer which of those, but maybe... Let's just start picking stuff up, right? Clearly it's not going to be anything Ulathe Paul has on him, but maybe Ahaz? No, wait. We already got the amulet off of Ahaz, so maybe not... Maybe not him. Let's see. Ashu Ahe. If ever there was a source of strength... What do I leave behind in the interim? I guess let's give him the axe for a bit. And then what? Everyone who's played this game looking at my increasingly voluminous collection of Lessons of Vivek like I've lost my mind, which, to be fair, can't rule it out. You know, I do have that feather belt. Where is it? It's not there. It's not there. Wait, I can just... Where is it? Belt. Feather belt, there it is. Just use this for a bit. Okay. I'm over-encumbered, am I? Not for long. I guess if the Curus isn't any indication at all, I can just leave that on him. Let's try just taking... Yeah, because wisdom, right? He needs something to indicate he's wise, and this robe seems... I mean, it's named of... It's named for the wise dude. This is not the right room. I'm very, very good with words right now, can you tell? I'm great with words. I recognize that robe. Ranabi wore that, the robe of Erdan the Wise. It was handed down to Ranabi through his family, but what has that to do with my wanting to be Ashkan? Thank you. Your lesson is clear. It is the robe that gives wisdom and counsel, and it is the idea of the robe that gives confidence to the tribe, but it is the Ashkan who wears the robe, the Ashkan who accepts responsibility for the safety of the tribe, who holds the fate of the tribe in his hands. This is a sobering lesson, and I must give it thought. Wait, that axe. That is the war axe of my father, the war axe of Iron Amu. Ulathe Paul had it from my father and carried it as Ashkan, but what has that to do with my wanting to be Ashkan? Thank you. Your lesson is clear. It is the axe that gives strength in war, and it is the idea of the axe that gives confidence to the tribe, but it is the Ashkan who bears the axe, the Ashkan who accepts responsibility for the safety of the tribe, who holds the fate of the tribe in his hands. Now with Ulathe Paul dead, I hold the fate of the tribe in my hands, and I must accept that responsibility. Thank you for your lesson. I shall be Ashkan of the Arabanimsun, and I shall name you Nereveri. Give me just a second. I need to drink a little more water. I've been forgetting to do that. Friggin' scratchy Dunmer voice. I can only do it so much before it starts tearing my throat to pieces. Thank you, Mocha Ole. I promise that as Ashkan I shall do my best to amend the dark reputation of the Erbenimson, and as my first action as chief, I now name you Erbenimson Nerevarine, champion of the Erbenimson and protector of the people. You must also go to the wise woman Manorai and get from her the seizing of the Erbenimson, an enchanted heirloom of the tribe, which shall be assigned to all Dunmer that the Erbenimson have named you Nerevarine.
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
Turn to the wise woman. So, Mocha Ole, you are called Nerevarine, and Han Amu is now our Ashkan. Many changes. Many changes. So Han Amu has accepted his responsibilities as Ashkan and has named you Erbenimson Nerevarine. Congratulations, and I must also give you the seizing of the Erbenimson, a tribal heirloom that ought to be held by our chosen champion as a token that we have named you Nerevarine. Here, take this enchanted token of the Erbenimson that all may know that we have named you Nerevarine and champion. The seizing of the Erbenimson. Let's see what that is. Seizing of the Erbenimson. Where is it? There it is. Telekinesis 50 feet for 30 seconds on self. Nice. Okay, I've been named Nerevarine by all 4 tribes of the Vardenfell Ashlanders. Urshalaku, Ahamusa, Zainab, and Erbenimson. Of the 7 visions of 7 trials of the Incarnate, I have now fulfilled the 5th trial. So... I've completed the 2nd trial. I've completed the 1st, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th. So now I need the 6th and the 7th. 6th trial. He honors the blood of the tribe unmourned. He eats their sin and is reborn. 7th trial. His mercy frees the cursed false gods, binds the broken, redeems the mad. We'll see what all that means. Let's go back to Nabani Maesa for further counsel.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
What is this about?
Do I have a scroll of Omsavi intervention? That'd make this much more convenient if I do. I don't. Okay, well, I guess it's up to the spell then. Hey. Nailed it first try. Where am I? Molagmar. Okay. So, how do I get from Molagmar to anywhere that's not Molagmar? There's probably a Silt Strider. There usually is. I think I've seen this place's name in a Silt Strider list before. Oh, this is laid out exactly like the cantons in Vivek City. Yeah, okay, alright. And then the Silt Strider's right over there. I have been here, I must have. So the quickest way to get where I'm going would be to travel to Cool, which means going to Nisus, which probably involves going to Balmora. Start with Vivek.
Where would you like to go?
Then from here to Balmora. From here to... Where's more north than this? Aldrune. And then from here to Cool?
Why walk when you can ride?
This works. I'm actually kind of surprised. I had a decent handle on travel that time. Only had to check the map once. I'm getting the hang of things. Probably switch away from my katana to my warhammer just because I'm not fighting for my life at this point. Acrobatics went up. Woo! What was I just looking at? Is my character just looking around randomly? Oh. Okay. I thought it had to be a cliff racer. Is it not gonna aggro onto me? Frankly shocking that it didn't try and kill me. Normally, if I'm in, like, a mile radius of a cliff racer, it comes after me. But that one just didn't want me, I guess. Maybe it's something to do with levitation. Just spitballing here, but maybe because I'm not making any footstep noises, I'm not being detected? I'm probably overthinking it. It's just a sound effect. Toggle on or off. And yet... the minute I touch down on the ground... Oh, it's just a rat. Well, still, point kind of stands, maybe? Be neat if I could use sound effect as an indicator like that. If that's really what that signifies. That levitation just grants me the ability to hide because I'm not making any noise. Shalaka camp is further east than this. And if I don't have to go here, then I have to go to Vivek. It's one or the other. I mean, I'm going to have to go to Vivek either way. I know that that's a meeting I have to prepare myself for. No. I was expecting to miss that swing. I don't get to say no to an enemy like that and just actually hit them. Usually the game takes that small joy away from me. Alright, Nabani, what advice do you have for me? You have been named Nerevarine by the 4 tribes of Vardenfell. You have fulfilled that part of the prophecy. Ursulaku, Ahamusa, Zainab, and Arabanimson all have named you Nerevarine. You have fulfilled the 5th trial of the 7 visions. I was blind, but Azura's star has guided me through my dreams. Vivek's high priest, Saryani, has asked to see you when you are Hortator. Yeah, I pronounced that right. And Nerevarine. Go to him and demand to speak with the false god Vivek. Vivek has tried to keep Kagranak's tools secret, but you will need these tools when you stand before Dagoth-Ur. Get Kagranak's tools from Vivek. They are the keys to the riddle of the 6th and 7th trials. Okay. Guess it's time to go chat with Vivek. The writer behind all my favorite fan fictions. I really get to meet him this time. That's exciting. I call them fan fictions. Really, when you boil it all down, everything in Elder Scrolls, like all the canon, I've said this before, I'll say it again, it's demonstrably true. All the canon is what you make of it. You can have as much of the wild stuff in there or as little in there as you want, and none of it is any less true. That's like the whole point of Elder Scrolls deep lore is... You know, I know trying to kill Vivek is a really, really bad idea. I know this already. Unfortunately, the fact that this is my first playthrough does not make it a 100% blind playthrough. I have a general understanding of the story. And that also means I've looked into stuff like how powerful a character Vivek is, and I know that it's a terrible, terrible idea to try and kill Vivek. Like, I know that's the single hardest fight in the game. You've boxed him to death. You know, I believe that because the whole thing with hand-to-hand is it doesn't do a whole lot of damage until you've drained a person's fatigue, but once you do that, then you're knocking them down pretty much constantly, yeah? So, kind of hard for Vivek to do anything when he's knocked down the whole time. Me, if I wanted to kill Vivek, I'd have a different strategy in mind. One that I do very much plan to act on by the time this whole story is over. Oh, I've seen the message. I've done it. I have gone on killing sprees on alternate save files just because I was that irritated with not being able to progress. I kind of love that they actually let you do that in the first place. I wish Oblivion and Skyrim kept functionality like that. Even if it does mean you can't really progress with the main story. Yeah, it's funny. It's incredibly funny, just pasting, with this character's death, the thread of prophecy has been severed over really any picture of any thing. I don't know, I couldn't complete that thought the way I hoped I could, but we're both on the same train of thought here, I presume. Erosion. Appending that particular text box onto character death images. Alright, let's see. I need to go south, which means Aldrune. See if I can remember the way back without looking at my map this time. And then from here down to Balmora. From Balmora down to Vivek. There we go.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
Loaded high-level saves, no. I don't have any, because this is my first playthrough. Yeah, but I have looked at, like, UESP's... That's the second time this has happened. Oh, no. I get what you're saying. I'm sorry. I haven't had any high-level saves that I've loaded for killing sprees. I've just gone on killing sprees on alternate save files for this character. Like, I still have one of them here. Where is it? Manslaughter, right here. Whenever I get irritated with my inability to make quest progress, or whenever I'm just bothered by the personality of a character that I know is story important, I make a save over Manslaughter and then just go hog wild for a bit. Yeah, this is the second time I've jumped through a bridge here in Vivec and just clipped straight through it. Actually, no, bridge, first time. Second time, it was an entire canton. Like, I just clipped straight through the ground in one of these because I jumped, and then this city. This city sucks. If that's what you mean by Vivec absolutely sucks, yes, this city is terrible. It's way too big, everything looks the same, and I've clipped through the ground twice just because I was jumping at exactly the wrong time. Unless you mean Vivec the character absolutely sucks, in which case, I'll at least give him credit for interesting writing. Yeah. Cool city concept, horrible to navigate. Even in Elder Scrolls Online, it's not a whole lot better. I think they made it smaller there, though, yeah? Or at the very least, you could mount up. And that made traversing it a little more convenient. If you run at a slight angle against one of the ramp walls in the canton, you can clip through the canton. That doesn't surprise me. That really doesn't. Now let's see about Saryani. Are you Saryani? You're not. Maybe here. Actually, I could probably ask around. Maybe. Hypothetically. And then I proceed to just skip past two NPCs that might... Oh, this one's mad at me. Mocha Ole Nerevarine. Lies and superstition. Why do you defy temple teachings? And worse yet, now we learn you're an agent of the Emperor and an outlaw. I warn you. Just because I talk to you, don't think everyone will. Others reach for weapons when they see an outlaw and heretic. Good to know. Neither of these guys like me. I feel proud of that.
Go now.
Yeah, I will. I will go. Yeah, everyone's mad at me. Nobody likes me at all.
I shall call the guards.
And yet, I know from experience the Ordinators can't stop me. I can just do whatever I want, really. Am I supposed to be heading further than this? Yeah. Okay, there's the stairs. Is there anyone out in front that I can talk to? I'm looking for Saryani. I presume that's how the name is pronounced. I could be wrong. Here Vivec showed his generosity by filling the gentle waters of the palace with gold for the poor and destitute of Vivec City. Okay, definitely can't get in there. Not without someone unlocking the door for me, anyway. And the someone has got to be Saryani, I know that much. The question is, where do I find Saryani? Let's try the Hall of Justice. There's an Ordinator. Same to you, buddy. Ordinator Barracks, Office of the Watch. Probably going to be in the temple, not here, but... And neither of these people like me, which feeling is mutual. Hall of Wisdom.
Oh, now.
Canon offices. Milo's quarters. Library. Let's check the Canon quarters first. Nope. And downstairs we have... Nope. Nothing about
I
Sariani.
have no time for you all.
I probably could have asked, Nabani, huh? Let's take a moment, actually. Let's save over Audience with a God. Reload it back to Nabani. Reverine. 5th trial. Let's see. 6th and 7th. Okay, something new popped up. Kagranak's tools. Okay, that's not the right one, but... In the Lost Prophecy, Star-blessed hand wields thrice-cursed blade. Gilvas Borello has told you of Kagranak's tools, the enchanted devices the Tribunal used to steal power from Lorcan's heart. One of these tools is the blade Keening. Your star-blessed hand must wield Keening. If Vivek has this blade, it is your fate to take this blade from him. Okay, doesn't say anything about the person I'm looking for, though. But while I was talking with her about that, I did remember I have a note that I could probably have just read instead. Note from the Archcanon? Blades, Imperial Intelligence Service, Beryl Sala. Direct Contradiction, Temple, Apocrypha, Hieroglypha. In the event of fulfillment of certain of those most remarkable and scarcely credible claims, namely that the claimant should at one time be the acknowledged holder of several ancient titles of power and authority of the Dunmer people, to wit, Hortator of the Great Houses and Nerevarine of the Ashlander tribes, the temple proposes the claimant of the identity of the Nerevarine shall present himself for inspection before his reverend honor Archcanon Lord Tholar Sariani, High Archcanon and Chancellor of Vivek, Archcanon of the Canonry of Vardenfell, Archpriest of the High Fane. Okay. That's a lot of words you guys have to use just to say this guy's important. What is it? What is it about the people of Vardenfell that they have, like, 1,000,000 titles for these people, huh? Until such time as the claimant actually has been named thus. Blah, blah, blah. Archcanon Sariani in the Archcanon's private quarters. High Fane of Vivek. Okay. Present himself to the healer of the High Fane of Vivek, Danso Indulus, and the necessary arrangements will be made. Okay. Danso Indulus is who I'm looking for.
We end all talk.
I'm looking to get out. That's what I'm looking for right now. I need a door leading out. Let's try the library.
You waste your time. Go away. Waste your time. Go away.
Yeah, nobody likes me.
I have no time for you, orc.
Everyone's mad at me for just existing wrong. I don't get it.
Go now.
I hope everyone
Do you
more
want
familiar
some?
with this game than me can forgive me for not knowing where I'm supposed to be going. And that just crashed. Okay. I'm not satisfied with that as a conclusion. Let's boot it back up. We're getting close to the end of the stream. I usually run these for like 3 hours or so. So it's about time for me to quit anyway, but I'm really not happy with just letting it crash and having that be the end of it. Let's go back to the Hall of Wisdom. And then from here, I will not stream the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind to my friends. Thank you. Wow, it's loading really quickly all of a sudden. Hopefully that's a good sign. if it must be a sign at all.
You talk too much, Outlander.
Out to St. Olms. There we go. I'd like to finish up this session by finishing my... here's Done So Indolus. Quickly, did you want to meet the Archcanon? The Archcanon is in his private quarters, and he very much wishes to speak with you, but I am to warn you, avoid confrontations with the Ordinators at all costs. The Archcanon has spoken with the High Fane Ordinators, but if you are a wanted criminal, they may try to arrest you. If the blood of faithful servants of the temple is spilled, it will make a reconciliation all that much more difficult. There's a private back entrance to Saryani's private quarters. Perhaps you might also sneak past the Ordinators by stealth or magic? The Archcanon is waiting alone to speak with you in his private quarters. They're in the southern half of the East Chapel of the High Fane, but there are Ordinators at the entrances to both East and West Chapels. A door on the eastern canal side level leads through a smaller room into Saryani's private quarters, but the door is always locked and the Ordinators control the keys. Okay. Yeah, I like Danso's robe too. Alright, so let's review. Private back entrance, door on the eastern canal side. The place I'm looking for in particular, the East Chapel, southern half of the East Chapel of the High Fane. Believe this is the High Fane. Okay. So the southern half of the East Temple. The door canal side, I was told. Wood confrontations, private back entrance. Eastern canal side level leads to a smaller room into Saryani's private quarters. That's what I think of when I think canal side level, so... Start by checking out here. Hall Underworks. It's something. There's a rat. That leads into the Hall of Justice. I don't think that's the right place. Chrysamere. Remind me. That name sounds familiar, but I can't quite place where that's from. Is that in Morrowind? Hall of Wisdom. Oh, wow. All right, so that's a very, very fancy weapon then. Lucky find. Interesting. Oh, that's just a big slaughterfish. Or at least big from my point of view. Okay, so that's a rat again. Did I not go to the right place? I feel like I went the wrong way.
What, Enwa?
Please, I need to get by you.
Go now.
Yeah, because I know I didn't recognize it from Oblivion. I at least remembered that. I'd not heard of Chrysamere from
Yes,
Oblivion,
sir.
but more relevant to the point you're making, that's really cool that you managed to find that. I wonder where it is in Morrowind. Or if it's even going to matter. I'm playing through, pretty much just blasting through the main storyline
Yes, sir.
for Morrowind at the moment, and then I'll be moving on to the DLC.
Bothersome creature. Whatever it is, I'm not interested.
I'm not good with directions at all.
Someone watching me, I can tell. Yes, sir. Say what you want or go away.
No, I'm terrible with directions.
I have no time for you, Orc.
Locked door. Oh. Is that the one? Hold on. Come on. Okay.
May our lords be massive.
Let's at least open this door and see if it's... Come on. Stop.
Fool.
I need you to stop attacking me for a minute so I can at least see if this is... You know what?
Fool.
Insufferable. Alright, alright. There's an ordinator right there. Let's see. Switch to Caius's black garb. Come on. I'm running significantly over time here. Significantly enough for my liking, anyway. Or for my disliking? I don't know. Point is, I apologize. 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Okay, so this first. Then this. Then this. Save here. Switch to on Ducey's open door. Reload. All right. Check back in on the 8th. I'll be doing another stream then, if you've been enjoying this anyway. Regardless, thank you for tuning in. Always nice to have new faces in the crowd. And enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for following. Not even hidden. This is going to run me into trouble real quick, isn't it? Yeah, I wasn't sneaking. Let's start there. Oh, it resets my sneaking every single time I load the save. Got it. What else does it reset? Chameleon. Not that. Not that. Okay, alright. How did I land it the first time? Like, my first try, and then never again?
Probably nothing.
I'm baffled. RNG has quite a sense of humor tonight, huh? Can I just pick the lock? Let's try a master lockpick. Okay. But I can pick the lock, in theory.
You cannot escape the righteous. You cannot escape the righteous.
Okay, this isn't gonna work. Huh.
Find someone else to bother. There is someone watching me. I can tell. Why must you
We
bother
end
me?
all talk now.
Find someone else to bother.
If I had something that could completely chameleon me, this would be a non-issue, but then again, so would most things. Scroll of invisibility. That sounds like what I need. So now I should be invisible. How? Actually, well, okay.
Our lords be merciful.
Okay, let me think about this. I was invisible for a second there.
Fools.
So, in theory, all I should need to do is just equip the lockpick, use the scroll, and get caught.
You will
Okay.
pay with
Maybe-
your blood.
Maybe because I'm not moving around at all. Okay.
Fool.
Yeah, okay. I get one shot at it, basically, per reload. But this is still better odds than just casting the spell and hoping that worked, so... Okay.
You have sealed your fate.
Do I just need to wait a few seconds first? I probably do. This isn't fun. I apologize to folks that are kind of just waiting for me to finish up the stream. Wait a few seconds? No?
Die.
He is being a jerk, but... I mean... I should have ended the stream already. Pickpocket? I can. At least in theory. Okay, now if I approach him and pickpocket and just... Oh.
You're finished.
Okay, alright.
You have sealed.
Just pickpocketing like that is illegal, so I wasn't being detected. Wait, the lock turned too complex because Kaisa's ring buff is off. Okay.
Whatever it is, I'm not interested.
That felt like a pretty lousy way to get through there, but... I mean, I did it. Just paying the fine whenever I tried and failed to pick the door. It feels like a cop-out that I'm able to do that, but... I'm not using the gold for anything else, and it didn't seem like anything else was really working out, so... Take what wins I can, I guess. Unfortunately, we are now 15 minutes over my intended stopping point for any given stream, so I'm going to have to cut things off there. Right before we actually get to the thing I was spending all this extra time on. Oh well. That's all the time we have for this stream, folks. Thank you all very much for attending. My next stream is going to be January 8th at 2 p.m. Pacific. I'm looking forward to seeing who all shows up. Before we go, the usual plugs. First, the stream archives, where I try to upload all my previous streams within an hour of the stream's finishing. You can find it on YouTube at Strawbunny Slime Stream Archives. That's Strawbunny Slime, all one word, or just follow that link. Second, if you want to stay up to date on when the stream's going live, or just chat with other streamgoers between episodes, I have a couple of options. For the chattier folks, there's an announcement Discord where you can hang out with other chat members. Right there. Give me a second to turn down the audio and hopefully not feel like I'm trying to shout over my own stream music there. If Discord isn't your style, you might instead consider following us on our official stream Twitter at Strawbunny Slime, right there. Third, and finally, if you want to send a little money my way and unlock some extra emotes, consider subscribing. A Tier 1 sub is $4.99 a month and gets you access to the CogChamp, Straw Shade, and... I really need to change the Shad U emote for something people actually will want. You can't tell what it is at all. Not from this distance, anyway. If you can't commit to a sub, consider donating. The button is on my About page right here on Twitch. Real quick before I go, I'm holding a donation drive from now until the moment we start Oblivion. For every $20 that get donated to me, I'm adding 1 Oblivion mod. That's a lot of money to ask for Oblivion mods, I know. My incentive for that, I'm considering decreasing it, but my incentive for that right now is that Oblivion tends to crash when too many big mods are being added, and I'm planning on adding nothing but big mods. Like the first one we've already got, is going to be a complete environmental overhaul that I swear by. Every time I play, I have to play with this mod. So basically, it's just to make sure folks are willing to sit through inevitable crashes in the Oblivion playthrough. Every $20 gives me 1 more big mod, and every big mod adds an increased chance for the game to crash. But anyway, that's that section done. I apologize for the money grubbing. I always feel bad about bringing that up, but it does feel like something I should bring up per stream. Anyway, that'll do it for this one. Thank you all again for attending. Hope to see you at the next one. Once again, that will be on January 8th at 2 p.m. Pacific. Until then, I'm Strawbunny Slime. This has been Strawbunny Slime Streams. Thank you all for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.